Hello YouTube, this is Stephen Talbert. This is TalbyReacts. Today I want to talk about Bethesda's E3 conference. It just happened actually an hour ago, or hour or two ago. Today I'm just going to talk about kind of my reactions to just kind of the initial thoughts of Bethesda and kind of what they've done with their conference. First of all, I thought it was pretty much a perfect conference. I have not seen that strong a conference in quite a while. Not at least in that past couple years. This is probably one of the strongest press conferences, and probably with any of the developers, like at least the kind of the third party developers that that mid kind of upper tier, not the first party, but that next tier. I thought they had 3 games that were really quality stuff. Let's just start off with the first one. We're going to talk about Doom. Doom, I go old school. I played the original Doom. I really liked 1 and 2. Was not a big fan of the third Doom. I did not like the horror type the way they made it. They made the third one really slow, and just the pace was awful. The weapons were bulky, and so I am really skeptical. I was really skeptical going into this new Doom franchise or Doom series. It's like, what are they going to do? And I think they answered a lot of good questions about this game. This game is going to be a fast game. The weapons are going to be pretty easy. Like you saw, there was a wheel moving around in terms of weapon usage. There was a pretty good range of weapons, a lot of shotguns. I think there was 3 or 4 shotguns. But there was a lot of different other weapons, like a sniper gun, an energy type gun. A chainsaw was probably the biggest thing that you saw. It was very gruesome, a very gruesome game. It's definitely going to be one of the very bloody games, but it's dealing with devils and like not non-humans, and so hopefully it won't get a huge reaction because of that. But it made what I really wanted is just a fun game. It just is a game that I could just spend hours shooting random bosses. I think that's what I really liked about Doom in the original sense, is just shooting just random things. And I'm excited to play this type of game, and I think this game could possibly, if it's done right, could stand up with a lot of these first-person shooter games out there. It definitely could stand up, at least definitely with Evolve right now, and probably a lot of these other ones. I think, for instance, I think that, like, Evolve is very comparable. I think Doom can definitely beat Evolve. Like, with it, it will have definitely a better first-person story. We can definitely see that. The multiplayer, to me, is very interesting. It kind of reminds me of one of the people I follow. It was like, this is kind of really like an Unreal tournament type game. Kind of goes back to the old-fashioned arena type battles, which is what you always wanted in these type of games. So I'm excited to see where it leads. I think spring of 2015 is a good date. The second one was Dishonored. I was a fan of Dishonored, the first one. Didn't play a lot of it, but I played a good amount of hours into it, and actually it was one of the games I like. I'm not a big fan of these open world type games, but Dishonored definitely gets my praise, because it's just a really creative story, and it's an IP I want to see much more of, because I think it has a great future, and we'll see where it goes. There's great, like, all the stuff. If it was in game, it'd be fantastic. But it's just is interesting. Is it going to be in game? Was that stuff we saw in game, not in game? We'll see. But I think there's a lot of stuff to look forward to in this, in that trailer that we saw from Bethesda. Let's move on, because I want to spend a good amount of time just talking about Fallout 4. That was just like a bomb. That was like the nuke they showed in the trailer. It was like boom, like that mushroom. And I think I hate to be any of those games that are going to be playing with Fallout, whether it's Battlefront or Halo 5 even, because this game is going to suck in millions and millions of different buys. It's going to be a solid game. This game I think one of the best things, like mentions I saw, was like it's the God Stopper. Greg Miller was talking about it's the Grog Stopper of games, because it just, you know, it put a lot of different things. It has, you know, even the Minecraft in terms of building your fort, making it better. It has so many different things they've took from so many different games. They made the dialogue a lot better. The VATS is interesting. I was a fan of it, I guess, because of just allowing you to kind of do it. But we'll see how good it crystally runs. Hopefully it should run better than Fallout 3. I would definitely think that. They've taken 4 really long years. I think they're going to create a really awesome game that will definitely, it will get its tens all across the board, I think, from different places. I think this game is a game to be excited with, just with, like, they were talking about customization of just the 700 different customizations on the 50 different weapons. Like, that's huge. Just, you can pretty much do anything in the world. One of the things I liked about it was when they looked at the robot, they first talked to the robot, and he basically said, you can either shoot it or go anywhere, or just leave it alone. And so just the idea of that is just really cool, and just kind of giving you breath of fresh air from even the old games, like when it was opening up and kind of recalling, you know, that third game that we saw. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a fantastic, breathtaking game, and this definitely will win E3 Game of the Year awards, you know, pure and vote. It will win probably anything. This will be #1, and probably Metal Gear Solid is never going to be #2, without a question. And we'll see. Looking forward to see where it goes. I think there's some good stuff happening with this series. There's so much, like the character customization is just, I think, just wow. I think is what everybody is just gonna say, and I'm excited. All right, thank you for watching this video. Looking forward to hearing your responses to Bethesda. Tell me how you like the that conference particularly, and kind of what you're hoping from Bethesda in the future. All right, thank you. This is Steven.